Why, hello everyone, and welcome back to a really quick guide video for my kinship and for any of the LOTRO community. I'm just going to show you real quick a simply very basic guide on how to basically, you had a place saver for your name. Now, after the servers opened myself, I actually saved all of my names, hence why you see a lot of my characters with -1 with my main account. But I'm going to go ahead and show you how to just basically rename them. So you can see Voice of Bruno, he's one of my low-level characters. I had him, I saved his name when the servers opened, and now I'm going to come over here, and maybe you're someone who saved it during the VIP thing, the 3 names. This is how you would, same thing, you'll do it the same way, but I saved all my characters once the servers opened, before I transferred. So Voice of Bruden, all right, here, I'm going to go over and find him in my regular names. So you can see he's level 9, and my placeholder is right here, Voice of Bruden. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and delete it. So the reason he's unavailable is because I had too many slots, so I had to pick. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete him though, because I don't need him. I just need it was just a placeholder. So you type in the original name. All right, Voice of Bruden. I'm gonna say all right. Boom. Now, one thing that is pop up, and you guys need to be aware of this, is if you have too many slots, every time you delete a character, you're then going to have to choose which ones you want to keep until you're at you're no longer over max amount of characters. I have to insert this real quick. This is very, very important. When that little box comes up, you guys, you need to make sure you select your main characters, because if you have this much overflow and you don't select the placeholders as the ones you don't want, right? The placeholder ones with the unavailable, you want them to be the ones you can just delete on the screen. If you click one of your main characters and they're unavailable and your placeholders are the ones you pick to be available, you'll no longer be able to log in after you delete if you're way over cap on your character slots like this. So every time that list comes up that you select every time you delete one to select, make sure you select your main characters. Now, if you only saved 3 names with the VIP thing at the beginning, or let's say you didn't save any names at all and you just moved all your characters over, you're not going to have to worry about those -1s. Clearly, the ones that won't have -1s will be your main characters. And that's where you need to come in and obviously use your own brain and logic, right? And make sure you look at the level and the class and make sure it's actually your main character. Because obviously, if your character has more levels, you know it's your main character, right? For me, obviously level 8, when I brought him over, he's -1. Zori right here, right? That kind of stuff. Obviously, my Zori that's over here, let's see, is he's a burglar, he's level 1, he's just a placeholder, right? He's just a placeholder for my other Zori, and actually that is not the right name. He is right there. So he's a burglar man level 1. He's just a placeholder that I made to hold the name until I transferred over. And so that's something you really need to keep thinking about every time that list comes up and you're not done with being at your cap level. Make sure you always select your main character, actual characters, as the ones that you can log in on, and the ones you can't log on that are your placeholders if you made a bunch of placeholders. Okay, just a little side note, insert that here because that's extremely important to remember. All right, anyway, continue with the video. A little frustrating, but just keep that in mind. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real fast. And while we're on this subject, just keep in mind as well that your characters you transfer over, they're all going to have the -1, or they'll have a -2 if there was another character that was already transferred that name, if you saved the names ahead of time. So obviously my -1s are my main characters, and the ones that don't have -1s near the bottom, those are all the ones I use to copy stuff over. All right, so kind of like keep it all in one spot. So basically, once you select all, again, you have to do this every time until you get to your max card, which is a little bit annoying, but that's how it goes, right? All right, so now we're going to jump over to, again, I've saved all these characters. I have lots of work to do, but I will just going to show you this. So now I'm going to go ahead and log into Voice Bruno -1. All right, so go ahead and log into him, load in real quick, and then once you've loaded in, then it's really simple. Like, it's really, really simple. Just the main thing you do is just be very careful, very slow and methodical as you do it. Think about it ahead, all right? Get on right away, right after you delete the other placeholder character. Down in the bottom right corner, I've got a little alert, so I'm going to bring that up. You can see right here, it brings up something called rename a character, because it meant I've got a -1 on my name. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. It brings up this little tiny box, all right? You can drag it on the left side. And basically what I'm going to do is I already deleted my placeholder, or you could just do a brand new name. If you're someone who you didn't save that name and you just don't want to -1 of your name, you could do a slight adjustment to your name, of course. But you gonna go ahead and put in Voice Bruden there. All right. Voice Bruden. All right. And I'm going to say accept. And then it's going to say, are you sure you wish to rename Voice Bruden-1 to Voice Bruden? Make sure your spelling is right, because it would be annoying because you'd have to pay for another name change or something, or have to ask the devs. So just make sure it's right. We're looking good. Boom. And look at that. It was successful because I deleted my placeholder. And now I don't have a -1 on my name. Hurrah! All right, guys. So that's about it. It's really not too hard. And, yeah, that's a little guide video there for those who might need it in the community. Again, you can welcome to join our Discord if you need any more help. Thank you to my wonderful Patreons for their support. And I will see you guys in the next episodes of Voice of the Rings. All right. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Stay happy. See you on Glamdring if you guys are playing with Voice of the Rings Kinship. Baruch Hazard Kuzad, I menu.